Fellow Drops fans, we have a coffee that was literally selected at origin for you. Let's get into it. Hello, fellow Drops fans, and coffee lovers everywhere. My name is Haley. I am your local resident Q grader and your brew guide, here to talk to you today about an extremely special selection, literally selected at origin by Whiptail Coffee and imported by Primavera Green Coffee. Satchibal Santi Marisol Juan Ramirez. It is such an excellent selection. Great coffee from Colombia, from Huehuetenango to be specific. Before I get into why it's so cool, let me get into how I'm brewing it because it's a little different than I normally would. So first I'm using 20.5 grams in to 350 grams out. I'm brewing at 197 degrees Fahrenheit. I ground at an 8 on Oud with SSP, which is a fairly medium coarse to leaning into coarse grind setting. All of our grind setting conversions can be found on the Brew Guide blog post linked in the description of this video. This is going to be a pretty quick brew. Don't be afraid of that. I am pouring up to 350 grams, as I said, with a little bit of agitation. I believe I want to agitate after the second and fourth pour. Didn't agitate after the second on this one because it's flowing kind of quickly, so I'll just agitate after the fourth pour about five times. Go 5-10, it's totally fine. I am blooming at 60 grams, broke bloom at 30 seconds, poured up to 150, then 250, then 350 to finish, which is what I'm gonna do right now. Again, it's gonna be a pretty quick brew. Do not be afraid of that. This coffee benefits from a little bit of a lower temperature, a larger particle size, and a little bit of agitation to put it all together is how I've been brewing it. It's tasting really good. Speaking of taste, this Caturra Bourbon field blend is super delicious. It's tasting like rose, pineapple, strawberry water even, and like that kind of like deeply fruitedness, and yellow peach, which is really interesting for a fully washed Colombia coffee. Also, it was grown at 1,500 to 1,700 meters above sea level. And another cool thing about this coffee is that, as I mentioned, it was selected at origin. Whiptail Coffee went down with Primavera Green Coffee, the importers, and they worked together with Santi, the farmer who produced this coffee, to select this coffee for us specifically. We couldn't be more stoked. Also, the bag art that you see here was done by Andre Perrin. He's an artist from Antigua, Colombia, whose real vision is highlighting and sharing the daily lives of indigenous folks and the mysticism found in the Mayan worldview. So his handle is on the side of the bag. You should definitely go check him out. Super special to have his art on this bag. Santi, as I mentioned before, is a member of the Jovemcafe women's group, which has helped to not only build like income in their local community, but also food stability and just like general stability in their local community. Santi actually manually processes with their family's wet mill and like de-pulps the coffee, and then monitors every stage of washing and drying after that. So truly involved in the process. They're a truly skilled producer, and we couldn't be happier to feature their coffee. Read more of their story and the story of Jovemcafe Women's Group and more about Andre Perrin in the description of this video. As always, it is easy to order from Fellow Drops. All you have to do is text us back the number of bags you want, 125, however many, and we will send you these lovely custom art bags. If you don't want coffee this week, don't text us back and we will not charge you or send you unnecessary coffee. We'll just text you next time with another delicious curated selection. I have been and will continue to be Haley, your local resident Q grader and brew guide. Thank you so much to Whiptail, to Santi, to Primavera Green Coffee for bringing this coffee to us. And thank you, Fellow Drops fans, for being here and hanging out with me. I always love to hear from you in the comment section, so feel free to drop me a line. Thanks so much, and I will see you next time. Cheers.